farmers, welcome to this tutorial on mastering fish farm records, your key to success. We've been talking about fish farm records for a long while, and it has been the talk of many farmers that don't keep proper records. My name is Samuel Paul, and I'm the CEO at AquaOrg Technologies. I'm going to be taking you on a short ride on mastering your fish farm records, which is your key to success. Firstly, I want you to know that fish farming thrives on good decision making. It's basically the foundation. Accurate and up-to-date records are what is going to keep your farm going. In aquaculture, you have to know that knowledge is power. The more you know about your fish, water, and operations, the better equipped you are to succeed. So why record keeping matters? Number one is that is your navigation tool. Without tracking the systems of how you operate, what you operate on, you are navigating blind. You can't navigate a farm or operation or your business if you are not tracking the systems that operate in it. So records provide crucial insight. It tells you what to do. It tells you what's next step to take, right? Record keeping matters because it's a simple solution. Record keeping doesn't need to be complicated. You can use simple notebooks, of course. You can use spreadsheets like the Excel and all of that. But now you have to be more efficient in what you do, and there are powerful tools like digital apps that you can use. So on a success roadmap, each recorded observation builds a powerful tool for a more productive farm. So if you want your farm to be more productive, you have to start recording, you have to start observing every bit and minute activity that goes on your farm. What are the essential records that you need to maintain? The number one is the fish health. Of course, you need to track disease, signs, unusual behavior, mortality rates, and water temperatures. You also have to track water quality. You have to monitor dissolved oxygen, pH levels, and ammonia concentrations regularly. You have to track your feeding data, record feed types, frequency, and consumption, to optimize efficiency. You also have to track your operating costs, where you need to track expenses for labor, transportation, and maintenance for financial insights. You have to know how much are we spending on this and how to optimize, how to cut down costs in your next cycle of production. Let's talk about sustainability through data. The first one I'll talk about is water quality monitoring. It helps you identify pollution or oxygen depletion early. That's how you can sustain your farm. If you don't do water quality monitoring regularly, you'll not be able to identify issues arising that can make your farm less productive or profitable. Fish health tracking also helps you spot disease patterns before they become epidemics. Amazing. You also have to work around sustainability that helps on resource optimization. You fine tune how you feed to reduce waste and pollution. When you are able to work on good data gathering on feeding, you can know if the FCR you are getting is on the high side, then there is something you are not optimizing when it comes to feeding. Also, an environmental impact. You have to minimize ecological footprint through informed decision, right? Because from your activity, you can know what are we wasting that is, not environmental friendly. From there, you can make informed decision and improve on that, and also work on how sustainable your farm should be. There are reward applications and case studies. But we'll not go into that in this teaching, but then in other section of the video training, we are going to talk about more reward application case studies. Let's talk about boosting profitability through records. Number one is that you can increase your profit when you keep good records. You can achieve better margins through optimized operations. You can reduce costs, identify and eliminate inefficiencies. This is what record is going to do for you. Help you increase profits, help you reduce on costs because it shows you hidden costs that you are taking on a high side. Help you identify it and also help you eliminate those inefficiencies. Also, data collection helps you gather data, systematic recording of your key metrics. And now data is power. Data can even get you credit access. So data collection is key. You can present this data to banks, to financial institutions, and be credit worthy. How do you now implement your record keeping system? Implementing it, you have to choose your tools. There are a lot of tools out there, but one I'll recommend, which is very good for you, is one of our products, which is Smarter. You can select appropriate record keeping methods, maybe from paper logs to digital apps. And digital apps I'm recommending to you is Smarter. Most of the farmers knows about this. So if you are not yet using Smarter app to keep your records, you are lagging behind, and I believe you should be on that app right from this training. So paper logbook are good, but then they are not efficient in this digital age that we are. Establish routines also. To establish routine, you have to create consistent schedules for data collection, morning and evening checks. You have to check all those morning and evening checks works accurately. When you do that, you establish routine, you analyze regularly, and when you analyze regularly, you review your data weekly and monthly. You look for patterns and opportunities that you can use to improve your process. You adjust on that operation. The insights you've gathered from your analysis, you can now use it to make changes, small adjustments that can yield big results. Now, this is where I'm going to end it, and it's just the 4 key parts to fish farming excellence. The first one is record. You can't record if you don't have an application in your hand, or maybe a spreadsheet, a paper that you can use to record. You have to record, collect data consistently and accurately, analyze, find patterns and opportunities in your data, optimize, make informed decision, inform adjustments to your operations, succeed, enjoy improved sustainability and profitability from what you have analyzed, what you've recorded, and what you've optimized. I believe this is so profound for you to get started on your pathway to boost your profitability in fish farming. Thank you, and do well to watch all the remaining videos on inventory management and other record keeping strategies that you need to boost your profits this year and the coming year.